Morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? It is Saturday morning, yeah? It's John Eliades, your success strategist. So, how are you guys doing this morning? So, this morning I want to reach out to you again and I want to speak to you about why you're not getting there. What's holding you back? Why are you not getting to the success that you need? And there's a very important concept that people need to understand in order to become successful. And when I speak to you about this concept, you might hold back, you might be skeptical. And like I say in all my seminars, and right now we are just chatting Saturday morning out here in the open garden, cars coming around. I just want you to consider it. And what I also tell people always in my seminars, if you've come to my seminars, is don't believe a thing I say. Someone can't just come up and do a YouTube and come up on stage and say to you, this is how it is and this is the way it is and you must do this. It doesn't really work that way, does it? That's why do we have so many success strategists in the world? Why do we have so many motivational, I wouldn't say success strategists, I would say motivational speakers and inspirational people and people who focus on different aspects of life. And I believe that's important. And the reason why that's important, one shoe doesn't fit for everybody. I can get up on stage and I can build rapport with you and I can connect with you. But there are going to be people that I'm not going to connect to. I've had people say, he's too loud, he's got too much energy, I don't like clapping, I don't like doing that stuff, I'm not that kind of person. And right there, we haven't built the rapport, and therefore you will close any opportunity that I'm presenting to you, because all what I'm doing is I'm presenting opportunity to you. That's what I'm doing. So, and that's why there's got to be different types of speakers. A lot of people ask me, why do I play other speakers in my events? Why do I play YouTube clips or some message from another speaker? Why do I do that? And the reason is, obviously there are other people out there that the way they present, the way they give their message is different, okay? And maybe in this moment, at that seminar, or I don't connect with you. And therefore, I'm hoping that maybe someone else will connect with you. And the reason for that is, do you know how long it takes to change your life? Do you know how long it takes to change your life? Just like that. Just like that. It is when something is said or something happens to you in that moment where you say, never again. Never again will I be that way. Never again. From today, I change. That's why a lot of people who say, I will change on Monday. 10 to 1, they're not going to change on Monday. I will do this when this happens. It's never going to happen. Because motivation alone will never change your life. Motivation needs to lead to inspiration. And when you are inspired to change your life, when that thing happens, in that moment, that is when that's your tipping point on going to the next level. And that's where you need to be. You need to be inspired. People say to someone, you're a lazy person. No, there's no lazy people in the world. There's just uninspired people in the world. Because when you get inspired, your life changes, because that's what you need in your heart to move forward. Okay? So what is a technique that people need to understand is that your mind, your body, your being doesn't know the difference between actuality and to visualize something. Okay? And to visualize something. Always when I say that, I'm always getting the words mixed up. But what it means is when you visualize something, you can actually experience that thing. Your mind doesn't know the difference between actuality and visualization. Let's test it. Close your eyes and just think for a moment that there is an amazing apple pie right in front of you. The best apple pie. If you don't like apple pie, something that you do love. The best apple pie right there in front of you. Something amazing, and you're looking at it, and it's you really love this dessert, and just think of picking up a spoon and just getting into that and taking a bite and bringing it up. As you close your eyes, just taste that apple pie. Taste how it feels. It is amazing. It tastes so good. It's everything you've always wanted. It's your favorite dessert. Can you taste it? Can you smell it? It tastes amazing. It's the best sensation you've ever felt. So, I just spoke to you in 30 seconds about imagination, visualization of you eating apple pie. Now, we just did 30 seconds and maybe not at the intensity we needed to be, but did something happen? Did you feel something? Now, the only reason that you wouldn't have felt something is because you didn't do it intense enough. You didn't close your eyes enough. You didn't really visualize something. Because if you fall under the category of a human being, that's what you will experience, okay? Close your eyes and imagine you're on a beach in Hawaii. How does that feel? In that moment, why do we watch movies? In those moments, when we're watching movies, we're in another world. In that moment, we forget about our problems. We're in another world. It's because our imagination is going somewhere else. So why is this important for success? The reason why this is important for success is because you got to actually see your success. You got to imagine your success. You got to visualize your success. I speak about this often. I've done quite a few YouTube clips on this. The strongest thing we have is our imagination. And that's why your past does not equal your future. It is only the stuff that doesn't matter if it's not real. It's what do you imagine life will be? What are you going for? Well, that's why we got to write goals down. That's why we got to be focused, because you got to tap into your imagination. But your imagination must go to a place that inspires you. That's why the heart is so important. Most of us are in our minds. Most of us can't move forward because we keep staying in our minds. And remember, our minds are only something that they've experienced. They can only be in the future or in the past. Okay? That's the actuality of the mind. But you can tap into an area. I believe it's the heart, okay? I believe the heart sends signals to the mind when it goes into imagination. It goes into another area. Yes, we can all get scientifically and see where it comes from, but there is an area of a human being called your imagination that can take you to a place. That reasonably, it makes no sense. Reasonably, it makes no sense for you right now to be an author. It makes no sense for you to have that great business. It makes no sense for you to be financially free. It makes no sense because your mind will say, look at my situation, look at my circumstances. It makes no sense for me to be there, to get there, to become that person. But you got to tap into your imagination, and you got to be the person before you can become the person. That's what's important. So don't be scared to dream. Don't be scared to tap into your imagination, because this is how it works. That's the first step of success. That's your first step to getting you to the next level. That's your first step of success. Seeing something before it becomes your reality. Because if you can't see it, it can never become your reality. You got to see it before it becomes it. Does this make sense? Is this starting to resonate with you? The most powerful thing you have is your imagination. It's seeing something before it becomes it. Because if that was not true, then we would all become our circumstances. So if we were born in poverty, we will stay in poverty. If we were born with a disability, that disability will hold us back. And you and I know there are people all around us that have beaten their circumstances. There are people all around us that have beaten their disability. There are people all around us that has beaten their weakness. We all have a weakness. We all have some place where there's a disability in us. We are not perfect beings. We are not. I mean, another thing to become successful is to understand that we are not perfect people. We are not. We are flawed in all ways. But when you are focusing on your flaws, when you're focusing on your current situation, your current circumstances, you can't get to the next step because you can't see it. Henry Ford said, if you say you are, if you say you're not, you're 100% correct. If you say you can, if you say you cannot, you are 100% correct. Because who am I to change you? Who am I to tell you you can if in your heart and in your mind you can't see a better life for yourself? You can't see yourself getting out of poverty. You know, when I speak about financial freedom, I speak about what's your number? All of us have a number. All of us have a number that is holding us back. And no matter what you do, you can't get past that number. It holds you back. If you're a number on $15,000, if you're a number on $20,000, if you're a number on $100 million, if you're a number on $1 million, we all have a number. It doesn't matter what you do in business or in your job or whatever, you will always sabotage that number. You'll never get through that number. You'll never get to a better financial freedom. You'll never get to a place where you're living a better life financially because the mindset, because you can't see yourself living a better number. You can't see yourself living as a millionaire. You can't see yourself because you only see your circumstances. You can only see that number. That's why these studies have been shown who people win the lotto within 9 months, 10 months, they're back to where they were. They lose all their money. People get all these opportunities and they don't take advantage of these opportunities and they lose them. What's your number? And you can't get, doesn't matter technically. I mean, I always say it's the invisible. The invisible, what's happening in your mind, what's happening in your heart, what's happening in your imagination, what you see. It's the invisible that will create the visible. That's how it is. That's how it works. So what's your number? What can you see? Can you see something better for your life? Can you see something better for your life? If you can't, it's time to quiet down the world and start tapping into your heart. Start tapping into your imagination. Start seeing a better life for yourself. Don't worry about the how. Right now, don't worry about how you're going to achieve that better life. Just see it. And when you see it, tap into your feelings. How does it feel to live a life when you've doubled the number? How does it feel when you are doing what you love? Don't worry on how you're going to get there. How is not your business right now. How is not important. Because if you have a big enough why, it will overcome any why. If you have a big enough why, it will overcome any how. It will overcome any how. Don't worry about the how. Your job today is to worry about the why. Why do I need to break the barrier of the number that's holding me back? Why do I need to see a better life for myself? Why do I need to see that life? Because in seeing that is how you become it. That is what's important for you today. So I hope this message will take your life to a whole new level. I hope this message will resonate with you. And if I'm not resonating with you, please find someone that will. Find someone that can get this message. through you. Because let me tell you, it doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter who you listen to, it doesn't matter what your thought process is, and this is how it works. There is a science of achievement. There's a science of achievement. That's how achievement works. You will keep on sabotaging yourself if you can't see in your heart, if you can't imagine it, if you can't imagine a better world, a better life for yourself and for your family. Let me tell you, you have a responsibility to be successful, because people who are coming after you, generation, your kids, are looking up to you on how you act and how you are being. And they will follow your footsteps. So if you live a life of poverty, if you can't see a happy life for yourself, if you can't see a better life for yourself, how are your children going to see a better life? Who's going to be their example? Who's going to be their role model? It's time to step up. It's time to step up into your greatness. And the first step for that is tap into your heart, tap into your imagination. So this is Johnny Eliades, your success strategist. I hope this has resonated with you. It's time to say never again. It's time to say enough's enough. It's time to step up. It's time to leave the things that are holding you back. It's time to break through this limiting mindset that you have and get a new mindset. You can never get new results if you keep doing the same things. Never. Never. So with that, I'm so passionate about that. I keep saying something new, because I want this to resonate with you. I want this to be the thing that's going to take your life to a whole new level. It's a privilege and an honor to speak with you guys every day. Thank you very much. Live with passion, live into your greatness, visualize and imagine your success. This is Johnny Eliades, and I will see you at the top.